And welcome to Belmore Sports Ground, where we have the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs taking on the Sydney Roosters. I'm your host, Tyrone Clay, and with me in the box tonight is Nicholas. How are you?
I'm real good, Tyrone. I'm glad to be here. I love Belmore, and they love their Wednesday night footy out here. We're in the suburbs. This is the heart of Simulation Rugby League, and I think we're in for a very exciting clash.
Yeah, we are, and firstly, we'll go to the Roosters, and they've had a pretty poor start to the season. 1-7 and down at the bottom of the comp. They'll be looking to bounce back and try and get up the comp.
Yeah, they say once bitten, twice shy, and I think that's the Roosters. They got a win earlier on in the season. They've been a bit shy to get another one since then with the 7 losses against them. Not a place that we're used to seeing Matthew Harris, especially as a captain. So he'll be trying to dig his team out of this hole as the season goes on because not very fun down there.
Yeah, I could say so from myself. And Bulldogs just sneaking into the 8, but it is very compact around that 6th, 7th, 8th area. So anything can change, anything can happen as we get to see Mayava up over the 40 already on the second tackle.
Yeah, I think from about 3rd down to 8th, there's 1 or 2 wins in it. So with a few games left to go in the season, you could find yourself, moving all the way up into a little double bite of the cherry in the finals, or conversely falling out of the 8, depending on how the cards fall. So a big, I wouldn't call it a trap game for the Bulldogs. They are comfortably expected to win, but it's one that they need to make sure they do their due diligence and make sure nothing too crazy happens here.
Yeah, as we get to see a solid opening set from the Bulldogs, as now Joseph Jackson will kick it down to the wing of Ethan Goodwin. But Ethan Goodwin is wrapped up there in a strong tackle by Columbus. And Roosters here are going to have to try and come out of their own end. And Buckley just driving his way to the 20-metre line. And the conditions are a little bit wet tonight. And that may have an effect on the game, Snicko.
Yeah, very, very wet. And I think that there's been a reshuffle in this Roosters forward pack. If we just touch on that, I'm just not sure where their go forward's going to come from. With Matthew Harris in that right second row, he's not going to get a whole lot of ball. He's moved himself out of the prop position. So really, it's all up to Milo tonight through the middle. And I'll let you take over there. That's not pretty.
Yeah, that's just disappointing from the Roosters, giving away a penalty on basically the first play on defence, and just very, very disappointing there. And now the Bulldogs will have some opportunity, and Bulldogs aren't a team that you want to give any opportunities because they can score points.
Yeah, they score them quickly as well. They sort of get their chances, and that's it. Interesting to note, earlier in the season, the Roosters did have a sin bin, and Paul Blair-Curtin had to sit out a game. He was the unlucky 3rd player ping, so not a great start for them on the discipline front of things.
Yeah, it has been one of their disappointing moments, parts of the season, and they'll definitely hope to get it back and improve it, as now we get to see Wallace and a solid defensive set from the Roosters, you'd have to say, from where the Bulldogs started their set, as now we get to see Weston on the kick return. But yet again, the Bulldogs centers just wrapping up this Roosters kick return.
Yeah, really good kick chase from the Bulldogs, especially after, like you mentioned, it was a pretty compact set. They didn't make a whole lot of meters, but they got things moving with that kick return. But anyway, Kerrigan's away. We said he's going to have some go forward. And there it is.
Yeah, Kerrigan being actually a really good player at that lock position, and he is showing Matty Harris why he needs to stay there. And so far he is putting in a good effort, as Kerrigan there does pass the punch. He'll go over the 10-metre line, and Roosters now will have a prime opportunity for an attacking kick here. 3 metres out. Going to be 5th and last. Back it goes to Kearney. He's going to put in the grubber, but Captain Moana, Andy, goes out of the field of play. Just smart play there from the Bulldogs captain.
Yeah, he's just moonwalked Damien Moana back into the field of play. Now Kobe Johnson is going to run the better part of 60 metres. We talked about the forward pack of the Roosters being quite strong, but not maybe in the right spots. And I think that's a bit of a show for it there. Kobe Johnson, his first touch, goes half the field.
Yeah, just a solid player, Kobe Johnson. Been around for quite a while. And he's known for doing that as Bulldogs slowly going to try and get into some attacking field position with Joseph Jackson, but not able to be. They'll still have a couple more players here on this set. As now it's going to be TTM just almost breaking away there from the tackle of Curtin. But now they'll be inside the red zone for a fifth and last kick. Hellier's just going to put it straight up the middle. Will they get a take on it? Yes, they will, Myama! And just sensational play from the Doggies there.
Yeah, they've got 100 metres there, the Dogs to score. A pinpoint kick from Hellier. And yeah, the vice-captain, John Boy Maava, comes down with the goods.
Yeah, just a well-placed kick from Hellier, and Myava outlet Marshall Edwards, and Charlie Butler couldn't get the ankle tap. And Doggies now scoring early. It will relieve the nerves for the Doggies, and you'd have to say that Roosters would be very disappointed with the way that this has played out.
Well, they won't be pleased, that's for sure. A bit of a slow start for them. It's a bit of a theme for them, unfortunately, this season. Maybe this is the game they turn into great chasers, but I don't quite see it happening. The Bulldogs look pretty locked on tonight.
Yeah, plus the wet conditions. It's a bad combo here for the Roosters, and they obviously still can do something. There is still plenty of time to go, but the way they've been going this season, it just looks unlikely, as in saying that great defence off the kickoff, and they'll be trying to pin them back into their own end, but Namina just on the front foot, trying to gain some meters. Kobe jumps to no. Can't get anywhere yet again, driven back. Gonna be third tackle. Bulldogs just working their way here. Mobs running straight into Harris, moving into that right second row position. Great defenses. Bulldogs are only going to get to the 40-meter line, and that's a really strong defensive set from the Roosters. And Hellier puts in not a deep kick at all to Weston, and Weston's going to go over halfway. Weston past TTM, but Joseph Jackson, last-ditch tackle there, and the Roosters have a good opportunity here. Now we get to see Buckley work it inside the red zone. It is only third tackle now, and Roosters here. Oh no, Curtin's just thrown he's thrown the quarterback pass. That's just really disappointing from Curtin.
Yeah, Blair Curtin, that's not pretty from him, as now Wallace gets away, and they're going to get 6 again here, the Bulldogs, as Kobe Johnson goes for another run. I think it's also important to note here, there's a Musbet riding on this game, Dan Hellier, 150 metres. Have you backed him, Clay?
I don't think I even put on a Musbet this week, so...
Yeah, they're a bit spicy. I didn't like him either, so Hellier, we'll keep you updated as he goes. I think he's on about 30 metres so far, just from the eye test. A way to go, but still 70 minutes in this game.
Yeah, and Bulldogs trying to put more points on the board, as Hodgson definitely won't be doing that. Fourth tackle. Ruben Mobs will take it inside the red zone, 15 metres out here, fifth and last. Strong set from the Bulldogs. It's going to go back to Hellier. He's going to put up a bomb, but no one's going to contest it. Marshall Edwards is away, and Marshall Edwards over the 40, and Marshall Edwards won't be caught. And the Roosters hit back. Just brilliant effort from Marshall Edwards there.
Yeah, Marshall Edwards, 100-metre effort. Maybe that can be the spark to light this dreary Roosters attack, and we could have a game on our hands here.
Yeah, and that's been one thing for the Roosters this season. They've had a few different fullbacks, but Matty Harris seems to be sticking with Marshall Edwards and has stuck with Marshall Edwards, and so far it is paying dividends, as Jasper Goodwin, with the goal-kicking duties, just nails the kick, and Roosters now are back in this game.
Yeah, I suppose they've cycled through, haven't they? They've had Cody Ogg, they had Tyler Weston there for a bit, and it looks like they've settled on Marshall Edwards. Maybe that's the confidence that he needs to make those kinds of plays, because the best teams in the SRL do have good fullbacks. And with Riker Manu leaving at the start of the season, there was a bit of a hole there for the Roosters. Maybe Marshall Edwards is the man after all.
Yeah, as the Roosters are going to work it here. They're going to spread it out to Matty Harris. He'll just drive in that tackle on Kobe Johnston too, just over the 30-metre line. Second tackle now. And Buckley's going to go up the middle. Gets the offload to Milo Kerrigan on the inside. Great second effort play from the Roosters is now. We will get to see Brad Goodwin just take a solid hit up there on the fourth tackle now. They are going to go to punch, but he's just going to be absolutely driven back. Nothing he could do there, as Jasper Goodwin's just going to have to put a kick down to the wing of Mayava, but Mayava's letting it bounce. Mayava's gone dead in goal. And that is a costly, that could be a costly mistake for the Bulldogs.
That is a dead set brain fade from Mayava. I was about to say the rookie halfbacks let one dribble dead, and the Bulldogs had the 7 tackle set, but Mayava, and that is also very, very strange from the Roosters. Maybe the wet weather's getting to these players.
Yeah, as Marshall Edwards again here. Marshall Edwards, can they turn TTM around? No. Strong run. As Roosters here going to be 10 metres out on the third tackle. They're going to go to this left-hand side. It's going to be punch. And punch, close. Not close enough, though, as Goodwin just stood up in that tackle. They're going to put in an attacking kick. Kern's just going to drop the ball, and Moana's going to race to the 20-metre line. Just for last tackle option there from the Roosters.
Yeah, that's twice the veterans cleaned up. Moana, the grubber. 2 now as Maxwell gets away from a couple. He's going to offload to Kobe Johnston. Kobe Johnston, he cannot be stopped here tonight. But yeah, Moana's cleaned up twice. 2 grubbers to finish the sets for the Roosters. Just the experience coming in clutch and really saving the bacon of this Bulldogs team.
Yeah, as Bulldogs here are going to work it. Nope, they're going to go for dummy half. Columbus just steps the marker, but can't get past Matty Harris. Fourth tackle. They're going to go down the short side here. It's going to go out to Mayava. Mayava down the wing, but another strong tackle there from the Roosters. And Bulldogs here going to try and put up an attacking kick. It's going to be Daniel Hellier. He just drops the ball, and Buckley will pick it up. Just yet again, the 5th tackle option's disappointing for both sides.
Yeah, not quite icing things at the moment, are they? That's twice we've seen the ball dropped. Maybe the wet weather has something to do with it. Maybe the players just need to focus a little bit harder. Yeah,
as Roosters already going to be inside the Bulldogs half on second tackle. Very solid field position as they're going to spread it out wide to Marshall Edwards. Can't get away from that tackle there as it'll be third tackle now. Goodwin just runs it straight at Hodgson. Fourth. They're going to spread it here. It's going to go to Kerrigan. And Kerrigan will be dropped just before the 20-metre line. They're going to put up a bomb. Bit shallow. They can still work something from it. No, they won't be able to. Columbus now steps Marshall Edwards on. That was looking dangerous for Bulldogs.
Yeah, I saw Columbus in the backfield for a moment there, and I thought it was going to be another runaway try, but great scramble from the Roosters to stop that one.
Yeah, as now we get to see Daniel Hellier run the ball, pass it to Wallace on the inside. But Wallace just driven back. Nothing Wallace can do there, as it's going to be third tackle now. Hellier running the ball. All the Muzbetters very happy with that run. Fourth tackle now. It's going to go to Jackson. Jackson will just take it over the halfway. Strong set from the Roosters defensively. 5th and last. Back for Wallace. Wallace with a big kick. Down to the winger Weston. But what can Weston do? Almost getting past
Absolutely
Jackson.
Nothing.
Great tackle. And solid. It was unlucky there from the Roosters.
Yeah, they did a good job defensively. It was just a big boot of Wallace to get the Bulldogs out of trouble. I think the Roosters have to look to their bench props. to really give them some momentum. I know that Filippo Gould's just come on for the Bulldogs and Jack Tedesco as well, I believe. And they've been really strong throughout this entire season. So the Roosters are going to have to stand up here and make sure that they don't let the Bulldogs get a roll on.
As the Roosters are going to try and spread it out to the right-hand side, but a really strong tackle there from Columbus. And will be denied. And now, it's going to be play on here for Goodwin. Goodwin's going to run to the 30, but coming in off the wing was Slugger, and it'll be a handover 30 metres out.
Not even the worst result for the Roosters. They got a set line to take on that first tackle, and now it's 35 metres out on the first. Definitely could be worse if they had the kick chase.
Yeah, as Thomas Wallace will take a run now, and it's going to go to Joseph Jackson. Joseph Jackson throws a Harbour Bridge pass. Dolan's going to intercept. Dolan's going to step, but that was very dangerous for Dolan. And Kerrigan throws the long ball. Titty. The Roosters almost coming up with a piece of brilliance. But now it's going to be Goodwin. Goodwin's going to drive. Goodwin's going to go over. And the Roosters are going to lead in this match. Who would have thought?
Yeah, certainly not me, but Jasper Goodwin's proving us all wrong. That's terrific from him. First the big break, and now he's going to get the try. The rookie halfback really getting his desserts here at the moment.
Yeah, just stepping up, Jasper Goodwin. Obviously with that big run before and the try, just showing Matty Harris why he's the preferred. He should be the preferred option at halfback, and well, why not? The Roosters, they're winning. It's good to see if you're a Roosters fan, but these Doggies fans,
do they exist?
That's the. You can also say that there's a limited number, and those Doggies fans on the hill at Belmore just not getting their money's worth at the moment.
No, they're here in their own. They want to see their team perform, and it would be certainly an upset if the Bulldogs didn't get up here. But for the moment, the Roosters definitely look the better team. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens as this game unfolds.
Yeah, as Nicholas Ether's just going to take a big hit up off the kickoff. We'll get just short of 20 Roosters now. Off from dummy half, Charlie Butler, but met front on there by Thomas Wallace. Not going to get past. The lock is now off the ball, but Mobs is going to pick it up. Bulldogs now have a great opportunity.
Yeah, they really got to strike back here. 12 minutes to go in the half. Maxwell might do it on this play. Marshall,
that was close.
This is the time for the Bulldogs.
He said it's the time for the Bulldogs, and yes, it is! Wallace, the Falcon, and it's going to be called a try. And you could say it's a bit of luck for the Bulldogs. We'll have a look at the replay.
Again.
Oh, it is a Falcon.
Is that not offside? Wallace was in front of him the whole time. Who's this referee?
Well, they've given it,
Will
so
Kay? Yeah, I don't
believe it is.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. I mean, all the Doggies fans will be taking it, but that decision will be reviewed later on.
Hopefully we can get a little look at it in the corner of the screen for everyone at home. I think that he was in front of him the whole time, which, as far as I know, constitutes an offside. We might play different rules in the SRL that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that one if I was a Roosters fan. I'd say that much.
Yeah, and only 10 minutes to go in the second half. Just both teams not looking to do too much. Hopefully, not giving the ball away, as the Bulldogs now will go out to Mobs, and he'll just work it to the 30-metre line on this second play. Gould now. Tedesco almost going straight through the line, but strong defence from the Bulldogs. It's going to be third tackle. Daniel Hellier to Hodgson. Hodgson's just going to be driven back there, fourth tackle. And it seems like they're going to go down the short side. It's going to be Kamene. Oh, just unlucky there. But now the Doggies are going to have to put in a kick, and Gould's going to pick it up, and that is a disappointing end to the set for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that is not good for the Bulldogs right there. They had the chance to really finish a good clinical set after points, and unfortunately, it all went to pieces for them.
But as we see Western just darting straight through, and Roosters now spreading it to Goodwin. Goodwin offload to Ether. And second tackle, they're already going to be 20 metres out. It's going to go to Kern. Kern to Matty Harris. He'll just drive there. It's 15 metres out. It's going to be third tackle now. They're going to go Goodwin. Goodwin's just going to run it himself. Fourth on the 10-metre line. To the left. It's going to be Kerrigan. Oh. Kerrigan! Oh, has he dropped the ball? We're going to go upstairs. He might have dropped that.
Yeah, the post got in my way. Will Kay thinks it's a try, and I just like to disagree with Will Kay. So, yeah, that's a knock on. I think there's separation there, Clay. What do you see?
I'd have to agree with you. And
that's a try saver from Maxwell.
What a brilliant tackle from Maxwell. Just one-on-one, getting low. Brilliant play from the Doggies fullback.
Yeah, and Will Kay gets another one wrong. He's not the best referee we have in the SRL at the moment. I think that's Peter Goff, personally. Big fan. And I think that Milo Kerrigan's let one slip there.
Yeah, he has. And he'll be very filthy about that one. The Dogs are going to spread it all the way out here to Slugger. But Western's not letting Slugger go anywhere. Third tackle on halfway. Joseph Jackson looking to go through. Can't do so. Fourth now. And who is that? Hodgson getting in the way. And poor tackle there from the Dogs. Slow played the ball. It's going to go back to Joseph Jackson. And a kick down here to Weston. Weston's going to return it. Weston's going to step through, but a great return there from Weston.
Yeah, not a bad kick from Jackson, but Weston just seemed to jump on that so fast, and it was down to Filippo Gould coming across in cover to stop the breakaway. 5 minutes to go to half-time. The Roosters have a chance here to build a bit of momentum.
Yeah, as we get to see Justin Dolan step through the line, but TTM will just drag him back. It's going to be third tackle here. And it is going to be Matty Harris trying to get through. Damien Moana, captain on captain. Moana wins the battle for now as Edwards is just going to be pulverized, and that just means Goodwin has to put down the punt here. Slugger opens up the kick return option, which Slugger, step one, almost looked dangerous, but Roosters contained it very well.
Yeah, there was just nowhere for Slugger to go, but Hodgson just undoes all that good work with a good run there. All the Roosters' good work goes to pieces. I was about to compliment them on how stern their defense has been since the try, but yeah, not quite at the moment.
As Kamene can't get through the line there. It will be third tackle. And Daniel Hellier's going to get a run of the ball. He breaks through the line. Daniel Hellier, but he throws an intercept. They won't care about that. They'll be caring about the run meters he just made.
Yeah, rocks and diamonds right there from Hellier. He had the big chance to get a substantial line break, and instead he throws the intercept. And he's just inviting the Roosters once again back into their half.
Yeah, and Goodwin's just going to take it up to the 40-metre line. Roosters going to spread it to the right. They're going to give it to Marshall Edwards, but great tackle there from Tedesco. Going to be fourth tackle now. And slow play the ball. It's going to go out here to Goodwin. Goodwin straight through the line. Goodwin breaks through the tackle, and Brad Goodwin's going to be in. The Roosters are going to take the lead just a minute before halftime.
Yeah, he's made a name for himself since he's moved to the second row, Brad Goodwin. It's because of moments like that. He was all wrapped up and he just pushed away, sprinted the extra 10 metres. Poor Joseph Jackson couldn't contain the raging beast that is Brad Goodwin, and the Roosters are going to go into halftime leading here.
Yeah, not many people would have had this on their bingo cards. And just Roosters relishing this opportunity. They haven't seen this too much this season, just being in front this late on in a game. So they'll definitely be relishing this, as there is only 40 seconds to go till half time. And what do you reckon Damien Moana will have to say to his troops?
I think Damien Moana's going to have to put a rocket at them at the moment because they've been lackadaisical at best, willfully ignorant at worst. Unfortunately, they're just not in the right headspace, it looks like, at the moment. I said it was a bit of a trap game for them, and yeah, it's come to pass so far. Hopefully, half-time, if you're a Bulldogs fan, can turn this team around.
As Punch is going to take us the hit up, but not long left to go. They're going to get one more play in. Yes, they are. It's going to go out to no good one, but it's going to amount to nothing. And at half-time, the Roosters lead the Bulldogs 18-12. As we welcome you back here for this wet and rainy Wednesday night at Belmore, Roosters are leading the Bulldogs 18 points to 12. And Snicko, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, you said wet and rainy, and I think the most volume of water coming right now is on the cheeks of Bulldogs fans because they have been not too great to start this first half. The Roosters are inch by inch sort of ground them down throughout the game, and they've gone in 6-point leaders at half time. A few interesting positional slots for both teams. It's going to be really curious to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, it will be. One of those position changes for the Roosters is Ethan Goodwin going back to fullback and Marshall Edwards switching out to the wing. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And also, good news for all people that did the Muzz bet for Daniel Hellier. He has already accumulated over 80 metres. So people will be very happy with that. It is very promising as
great start.
Western. As that is also a great start for the Roosters, just getting near the 20-metre line as Butler's going to put up the bomb. Ethan Goodwin's going to contest it, but it's looking very dangerous for the Roosters.
Yeah, also of note is that Jimmy Ralph's come on the field to play halfback. So he was the origin hooker last season. Now he can't even crack the Roosters hooking jersey. I'm not sure what's happened there. With the same captain as well, it was Matt Harris in both positions. He's come on in the halfback jersey. And I will just mention, I do like to see Ethan Goodwin in the fullback role. I think that he could be really dangerous this half.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. He just has that power as Kobe Johnson's just going to get them well-needed meters over halfway now. It's going to be fourth tackle. They're going to spread it high to Mobs, and Bulldogs only getting up to the 40-metre line, and that means Daniel Hellier's going to have to put in a kick. Down to Marshall Edwards, who will step through one, and Marshall Edwards is away, and Marshall Edwards is going to go unless Daniel Hellier can catch him. No, he won't. The Roosters are going to score again, and they're going to extend this lead to 20. They're going to extend this lead to 12 points.
Yeah, Marshall Edwards with 2 length of the field tries. He's been phenomenal in those 2 instances on the kick return. Just crazy stuff from the Bulls. They saw it happen in the first half, and they just said, do you want to see us do it again? Maxwell unable to make the tackle, and this is starting to get ominous for the Bulldogs fans. The Sydney Roosters are playing spoilers right now to the Bulldogs' finals hopes.
Yeah, as your man right here, Jimmy Ralph, does convert. But the Roosters get this out to a 12-point game, and just Doggies fans starting to get a little bit nervy. This is definitely what they expected. I think this has come as a bit of a shock. Just Roosters looking like the much better team, and they're going to have to respond here.
Yeah, I think that for a lot of the SRL, I think in general, everyone loves a bit of doggy. And at the moment, Roosters are just destroying them through the middle. So it's going to be up to the middle of the Bulldogs to make something happen. They're having to kick so often because the forwards of the Roosters just making meters at will. And then it opens up the avenue for the likes of Marshall Edwards to go the field. We've seen it twice now. So they're going to have to muscle up and find some grubbers. That's a good start. I do really like that. But that's a good start for the Bulldogs. They've finally got their own punt return, and hopefully they can make something happen. But a really good kick from Jimmy Ralph.
Yeah, as TTM's not going to be able to do anything from that. Roosters just muscling up on defense. And now the Bulldogs are going to cough the ball up.
Yes, hell no.
The hooker of the year nominee last season just not playing the way that he wants to.
2 seasons ago now, I believe.
Yeah, he could be
Or
in
maybe
for
even 3.
half of the year nominee this year. Just not living up to his standard. And Roosters now going to be only 5 metres out here. And they are going to spread it to this right-hand side. It is going to be Matty Harris, 5th and last. Back it goes for Curtin, but he's not even going to get a kickoff, and he's just going to have to take tackle.
Yeah, I think that Blair Curtin I got a bit confused for a moment. Forgot that it was the 5th tackle, and that's the second time we've seen him caught on the 5th tackle. It's a hard game for our SRL 5/8s. A lot of scrutiny on them, and at the moment, I think from both sides, neither really stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, as Joseph Jackson will get him over the 40-metre line, however. Now they're going to just take the run with Wallace. Maybe he thought he could have passed that, but he will just hold on to it. It's going to be Namina. He's going to go straight through. He's going to get the offload to Kobe Johnston over the 20-metre line. Great second effort play from the Bulldogs, and now they're going to have a good attacking position here as Hellier puts up the bomb. Are they going to get a contest? Yes, they are. It's going to be Use Willis as he puts it down. Sensational play by the Bulldogs.
Goose Willis out of absolutely nowhere. That's the second bomb Hellier's put up to land directly on that try line, and I think that could be the go because they've out-jumped him twice now for 2 tries. Goose Willis getting straight over. I think that's Tyler Weston, is it? He's had a bit of a nightmare there, and the Bulldogs, they're going to draw a little bit closer again.
Yeah, it's just try for try almost at the moment. Just you score, I score, and the Doggies now are going to try and make this a 6-point game, which they do in fact do. So, yeah, never in doubt. And Bulldogs, just a sigh of relief there. Just they got the try, but they are still down. They are still losing this game, though.
Yeah, but momentum's a funny thing here in the SRL, and I think it's time that the Bulldogs seize it. If they want to be serial contenders this year, you got to put away the teams that are lower on the ladder, like the Roosters. Whereas the Roosters, they don't have much to play for at the moment except for pride, and they're doing an almighty job of it.
Yeah, and see if the Bulldogs can gain some momentum here off this set as Mobs is just going to be...
Yeah, I'd like to see more from the Mobster. He's been a bit kept quiet, I guess you'd say, in that left second row position. I'm yet to see a real big bust from him.
Yeah, he has been kept quiet as now. Wallace almost through the line, and it's going to be 4th tackle, and it looks like they're going to try a 40-20 here with Joseph Jackson. It's come off really well. Hasn't got the angle. Yes, it has, and that is a brilliant kick from Joseph Jackson.
Yeah, the big ponytail, Joseph Jackson, gets it done here. And I said momentum's a funny thing, and look at that. The Bulldogs knocking on the door once again. Maybe this is where Ruben Mogg can make his mark, a little crash over try. I'm not sure, but I think they've got to come away with points here.
Yeah. And Mobs now. Oh, he almost crashed on. Oh, my God. And it's going to be held up, and Bulldogs going to be back to the 10-metre line. They're going to spread it out to this right-hand side, and Amina's just going to be driven back there, though. And Bulldogs here, 4th tackle. They're going to take it with Kobe Johnston to Ruben Mobs. Can he drive over again? No, he can't. 5th and last now. It's going to be a very slow play, the ball. Back to Daniel Hellier. Puts up another bomb. It's going to be... Oh, Marshall Edwards again. Just very reliable at the back there.
Yeah, I think they got to adapt here, the Bulldogs. Marshall Edwards at the moment is not the man to kick to. If he doesn't run the field, he's at least going to catch it. And they need points at the moment, so they need to look elsewhere.
Yeah, as we say that, Daniel Punch just goes straight through the middle, but TTM drives him back like it was nothing. And it'll be 3rd tackle here. They're going to spread it to Brad Goodwin, who will be taken down. 4th tackle. And Kerrigan's going to try a kick here. It's going to bounce favourably. TTM's going to stay in the field of place and step to Marshall Edwards, but can't get anywhere else. Solid kick there from the Roosters.
Yeah, TT magic. Forget Maxwell. I don't know how he stayed in there, but he saved the Bulldogs blushes there as Wallace now gets a big bust, and they're starting to cut this Roosters team up through the middle. Can the Roosters hold on?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard job for the Roosters to hold on. We know what the Bulldogs can do. A little bit, they lost meters there on that offload from us. It's not going to matter, though, when Namina just does that. And he'll be taken down 12 meters short of the Roosters line. And now they look like they're going to spread it. Joseph Jackson, no, he just takes it himself. 10 meters out here. It's going to go back for Hellier. He's going to put up another bomb here. Who's going to try and contest it? Hellier contests his own bomb, and he's going to score. Oh, that's classy from Hellier. Individual brilliance.
Great from Hellier. He's put the team on his back in that moment. They were going nowhere, and he's chased his own kick, out-jumped Ethan Goodwin, and come down with a try. Milo Carrigan a little bit too late, as is. I think that's Bruce Buckley. And we're going to be all level here. We have a level ball game.
Oh, and now you get to hear the Bellmore crowd. Now they're up and about. Their team finally back in this game. And you'd have to say it all comes down to that it comes down to Daniel Hellier, and it also comes down to Joseph Jackson with the 40-20 just to swing the momentum and give the Bulldogs the opportunity to level the game back up. Now we'll get to see Jimmy Ralph get us back underway here. And Kobe Johnston, he's going to take the head off over the 20-meter line. Bulldogs now looks like they're steaming, but in saying that, Charlie Butler's just absolutely driven back Namina. Just brilliant work. But now it's going to be TTM. TTM is straight through the line. Oh, he couldn't turn Ethan Goodwin inside out. Great play there. Third tackle now. It's going to go for Slugger. Slugger's going to step two. But last-ditch effort there from the Roosters. It's going to be fourth tackle now. It's going to go for TTM. TTM's through over the 10. Gets the offload to Joseph Jackson. Bulldogs chancing their arms now. Fifth and last. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Namina taking a run, but definitely not what they would have wanted on that fifth and last option.
Yeah, kind of went to pieces there on the fifth tackle, but the first four were almost perfection from the Bulldogs after points. At the end of the day, they turned over the ball 15 metres out from the Roosters line. And that's the kind of textbook set you'd almost say after points if you're not going to score.
Yeah, and Roosters now are going to try and hit back. They're going to try and punch through this. As Western's going to pass it to Matty Harris. He's not going to be getting anywhere, though. He'll take it down just short of halfway. They're going to spread it to the left-hand side. It's going to be Ethan Goodwin stepping one, but yet again, Joseph Jackson there in defence. Just been a brilliant player for them this season. As now it's going to go back for Curtin, and he will kick it, and TTM seems to be leaving it, and it is going to go dead in goal. It's going to be a 7-tackle set here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the home team just know the conditions so well. TTM knew exactly where that ball was going to go, and Blair Curtin, unfortunately, he's giving away a 7-tackle set here. And with the way the Bulldogs are running at the moment, you don't need to give them that extra play. They're going to make you pay for it.
Yes, we see TTM right there, just almost getting past Ethan Goodwin again. Now to be Mobs, but met front on there. Brilliant tackle. Second now. They're going to spread it to Wallace. But Wallace isn't going to be able to do anything here. Third tackle. Quick play the ball. Columbus. Back on in the props. Fourth tackle now. Going to go to Joseph Jackson, but going to be very difficult to get past Matty Harris when you run straight at him. Fifth and last. Back all the way for Hellier. He just puts in a brilliant kick down to Marshall Edwards. Marshall Edwards! Oh, it's going to be him versus TTM. Marshall Edwards over the 40, over the 30, over the 20. And TTM manages to get to Marshall Edwards, but not before Marshall Edwards gets to the 10-meter line. Brilliant stuff. So now the Roosters Looking like they're going to pounce here. Matty Harris can't get through there. Down the short side now. Hit off the ball. No, Committee's going to pick it up. Oh, Roosters have squandered that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was, but that was almost a match saver for the Bulldogs. They were absolutely shot both sides of the ruck. And whoever's in that right prop position has just absolutely saved that set for the Bulldogs. They were going to leak points for all money.
Yeah, I think it might have been Cameron Hodgson, if I believe. So brilliant effort coming back on. It's now going to be fourth tackle. And they're only on the 30-metre line here, the Dogs. And Vuvalakawa's just not going to get anywhere. Daniel Hellier is going to have to put in a very long kick here. He does. He gets it 25 metres out. Ethan Goodwin's going to have to return it. Cameron Hodgson with a brilliant tackle there.
Yeah, I think the Roosters boys heard me. I said that the Bulldogs were starting to come through. Jimmy Ralph back through the middle. Oh, and he throws the offload to Joseph Jackson. Joseph
Jackson's away! Oh, he's in! Sorry to cut you off, but he is in, and that is immaculate play from Joseph Jackson.
Yeah, halfback on halfback action there. Jimmy Ralph threw it straight to him, and he said he's not going to get past Matthew Harris if he runs straight past him, but he got past just about everyone else in the team on that left edge of the Roosters defense there. Tremendous stuff from Joseph Jackson.
Just brilliant. He is having such a remarkable season. Obviously, coming from the Broncos, he did shine at the Broncos, but he's just taken his game to another level here. As we'll get to see Tatana Maxwell. He can do everything. He's going to kick the goal, and Bulldogs are out by 6 points now.
Yeah, I actually heard a rumour in the off-season. Joseph Jackson went back to the motherland Russia and wrestled bears all off-season so that he could handle the big second rowers running at him in the SRL. And it looks like it's worked here today. He's had Matthew Harris on lockdown bar, I think, one break early in the second half, and now he's just turned around and danced past him as well. Joseph Jackson, a lot of people questioned what the Bulldogs were doing with Damo Moana moving out of the halves to accommodate Hellier and Joseph Jackson, but I think it's starting to pay dividends for him here.
It is, and Hodgson just puts Matty Harris on the floor. Just not giving him any spaces. Now we get to see Kobe Johnston up the middle. This is the Bulldogs that we know, just rampaging up the middle. And now Mobs. He's going to drive through for more post-contact meters. Johnston fends off another. Oh, just Bulldogs working their way into the Roosters' end quite comfortably. So now it's going to be TTM. Oh, great defense. Fifth and last now. It's going to be... is it going to be Hellier? Yes, it is, but Hellier's only going to run it himself.
Run meters.
The run meters. He's probably already got it anyways, but just to put the cherry on top.
Oh, now Jasper Goodwin with a little bump off. I was just about to say Tatara Maxwell went straight past him. Now he's back in the props, but he's shown that he can do it with the ball. So maybe a bit of an attacking weapon here. I think it's got to be either this set or the next set for the Roosters. They're not going to get too many more opportunities. And Ethan Goodwin with a nice little run there.
Oh, almost dancing past Tatara Maxwell. Can't do so, but puts the Roosters in great field position as now Brad Goodwin's going to be driven back there, though. And it will be fourth tackle. Jimmy Ralph gonna hold on to it. Jimmy Ralph throwing another harbour bridge pass. Joseph Jackson again! And Joseph Jackson's gonna go again! That's 2 intercepts off Jimmy Ralph, and that's 2 tries off Jimmy Ralph's intercepts.
Yeah, Jimmy Ralph is absolutely dealing dimes at the moment. Unfortunately, they've both been to Joseph Jackson. He streaks away for 2 tries in about 2 minutes. That could put the game to bed here.
I think it nearly has, and just great play from Joseph Jackson. Just seeing that Jimmy Ralph was going to pass it, he stood in position yet again, and they come up with more points. And you'd almost have to say now that it will be out of reach for the Roosters. Only 10 minutes left in the game, and the Bulldogs put it out to 12-point lead, and TTM puts it on the trade tracks.
Yeah, 9 to 18 bettors say yes, please, including myself. Great job, Joseph Jackson,
I'm not
with that double. And now Jimmy Ralph's going to kick off. I feel like he's done a lot since he's come on the field, the poor guy. They were up by 6 points at the half, and the Bulldogs have absolutely turned one on here in their home ground.
They have. But from look like the Roosters were going to walk in now, the Dogs scored 24 unanswered points, and they are leading by 12 as the Bulldogs are going to work it up here. Ruben Mobbs hasn't been able to do a lot, but he's still able to get those post-contact meters, which he has done all days. Now we'll see Hellier, and Hodgson gets in the way, gets the offload back to Hellier. Hellier's just going to try for more meters there. Third tackle now. Johnston for Bruce Willis. And they're only going to be on halfway here on the fourth tackle. Long ball out to Mobbs. Mobbs driven back there, though, by Brad Goodwin. And it is going to be fifth and last. It's going to go back for Hellier. He's going to put in a really strong kick down to the winger, Weston. And Weston not going to be able to return anything there. Brilliant play from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Weston's been on absolute lockdown all game. We've seen Marsh Edwards get away, but he's the only one out of the back three of the Roosters, and they've done a really good job. Just making sure another intercept.
The Roosters just shooting themselves in the foot time and time again.
Is this the NRL Roosters?
Could be, as Slugger gets the offload to Joseph Jackson. Oh, he wants that line. He wants a hat trick, Joseph Jackson, but he won't get it this time. Second tackle now. It's going to go Kobe Johnston. He'll take a run. Third tackle. It's going to go to Joseph Jackson. Oh, he passes it to Hodgson. He could have got himself, Joseph Jackson.
Could have.
Stuck it out of the fourth tackle. It's going to be Kobe Johnston. Oh, what a shot. The ball gets forced loose. Wow, great shot there from the Roosters.
Yeah, I think it was Jasper Goodwin that did it. The rookie half, he's a bit angry with his team's performance. After he had such a cracker first half, they just went to pieces as soon as he's gone off. And he's out here to make a mark.
Yeah, he is. And Matty Harris can't do the same there, though, as he's met front on by Bruce Willis and Joseph Jackson. Going to be Goodwin now. Oh, the Roosters are just getting pile drive. They're only on the 20-metre line on the fourth tackle. Now it's going to be Matty Harris. And what a defensive set there from the Bulldogs. But can the Roosters put in a good kick? They can. It's going to go down to Vuva Lukawa. He's going to go straight through. Step past Ethan Goodwin. Last-ditch effort defence from the Roosters. Saves them, though.
Yeah, Vuva Lukawa had a bit of a go time there. I thought he was going to be straight through, but a great cover defensive tackle. But either way, the Bulldogs are in great field position once again in this second half.
There's Joseph Jackson getting his hands on the ball yet again. Not going to do much there, though. Third tackle. It's going to be TTM now. He can't do much there, though, as it is going to be fourth tackle. Joseph Jackson throwing a long pass to Hellier.
Run meters.
The run meters just going up and up and up. Going to be fifth and last now. It's going to go for Kobe Johnston. Puts up the bomb.
Great kick.
Ethan Goodwin's going to try and let it bounce. It's going to bounce off the post. And Kobe Johnston's going to get it and score. Ethan Goodwin just having a brain fade there.
Less a brain fade, more an absolute nightmare for Ethan Goodwin. That's the second try the Bulldogs have scored where he should have collected the kick. And unfortunately, I'm not sure what he's done, but yeah, it's come off the post. Great placement in the end from Kobe Johnston, and he chases his own kick through to get a well-deserved try.
Yeah, and
all right, let's keep this
Roosters,
at 18 points, please.
Snicko begging for the Bulldogs to just keep the score as it is, or not go any higher than what it's going to be, as TTM will convert, and it is an 18-point margin. Snicko praying now for this margin to stay the same. And Roosters gonna be after this game 1-8, I believe. So definitely more of a chance to lock up that wooden spoon.
Yeah, music to your ears, I would assume. I wouldn't say you're locked in the battle, but you are a little bit towards the bottom of the table, unfortunately, Tyrone. So Preying on the
Yeah.
downfall of the Roosters a little bit, I imagine.
Yes, I am, actually. As now we'll get to see the Bulldogs with Kamene, but Kamene is just driven back. Second tackle now. It's going to go to Oos Willis. Not offering a lot there, though. Going to be third tackle now. It's going to go to Joseph Jackson. He throws the long ball to Hellier. It's going to be more run meters for him. Fourth tackle now. They're going to try a 40-20 here. Vuva Lakawa. He's going to do an all right kick. Ethan Goodwood's going to field it. Goodwood's going to return it. Goodwood's going to step through. Can't get past TTM. There's not long to go now. One more run of the ball, you'd have to think. And it's going to be Marshall Edwards stepping through the line. Marshall Edwards again. Can't get past Hodgson, though. And that'll be it. The Bulldogs are going to beat the Roosters 42-24. What a game this has been, Snicker.
Yeah, they absolutely turned on a heater in that second half. I think that was 30 points. Potentially unanswered, I believe, because the Roosters scored the first try of the half.
Yeah, they did.
Whatever Damo Moana said in the sheds certainly worked, because that was a bloodbath to finish that game.
Yeah, and as we look at have a look at some of the stats, Joseph Jackson with the double, but more possession, more completions, less errors. Just overall, Bulldogs absolutely owned the Roosters in that second half.
Yeah, they really showed up in front of their home crowd there, the Bulldogs. Unfortunately for the Roosters, they do slide to that 1-8 record, and I think that's good with that 8 because they can use that spoon to eat some things that they might be getting towards the end of this season.
As now we'll go and have a look at the individual stats, starting with the Bulldogs and Joseph Jackson at the top of the list. 234 run meters. Daniel Hellier, the buzzman has come in. So for the lucky people that took the Hellier run meters buzzman, they'll be laughing as Joseph Jackson with the double. Kobe Johnston having a massive game. 219 run meters, 8 line breaks. And the try, just brilliant work from the star forward.
Yeah, class all around the park there for the Bulldogs. You can see why they got the win. Not a whole lot of missed tackles for them. I think, yeah, Hellier topped it with 5. Their centers didn't really let a whole lot through, neither did their wingers. And yeah, great run meters to Tara Maxwell, Kobe Johnson, Joseph Jackson. I think that, yeah, all in all, great team performance.
Yeah, it was just sensational. We'll go and have a look at the Roosters stats now. And top of the list, Marshall Edwards, 387 run meters on a losing side. That is really impressive for playing only 40 minutes at fullback, you got to remember as well.
I suppose he had 200 meters in 2 runs. So that's going to buff up those stats a little bit, but still an absolutely monstrous game from him.
Just brilliant.
Yeah, Tyler Weston picked up 139. That sort of came out of nowhere. He didn't really have a huge impact on the game. Apart from that, not a whole lot to report on for the Roosters. Unfortunately for them, they've slid to, yet another loss.
Yeah, they'll be very disappointed with this result, but that'll be it for this round of SRL action. And join us next week for more action live on SRL TV.